Hey friends, how are you today? So the other day, Dottie and Gus and I went to school and we got a couple books we could read for group time. And one of them was Puddle. I don't remember, but the person who writes the book is called the author. His name is Robert Munch. He writes a lot of our silly stories. So today we thought we'd read Puddle. Julian's mother bought her clean new clothes. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned them up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she walked outside and sat down under the apple tree. Unfortunately, hiding up in the apple tree, there was a mud puddle. It saw Julian sitting there and it jumped right on her head. She got completely all over muddy. Even her ears were full of mud. Julian ran inside yelling, "Mommy, Mommy, a mud puddle jumped on me." Her mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her into a tub of water. She scrubbed Julian until she was red all over. She washed at her ears, she washed at her eyes, she even washed out her mouth. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she looked out in the backyard, so she couldn't see the mud puddle anywhere, so she walked outside and sat down in her sandbox. The sandbox was next to the house, and hiding on top of the house, there was a mud puddle. It saw Julian sitting down there, and it jumped right on her head. She got completely all over muddy. Even her nose was full of mud. Julian ran inside yelling, "Mommy, Mommy, a mud puddle jumped on me." Julian's mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her into a tub of water. She scrubbed Julian till she was red all over. She washed at her ears, she washed at her eyes, she washed at her mouth, she even washed out her nose. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned them up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she had an idea. She reached way back in the closet and got a big yellow raincoat. She put it on and walked outside. There's no mud puddle anywhere, so she yelled, "Hey, mud puddle!" Nothing happened. So she yelled even louder, "Hey, mud puddle!" Julian was standing in the sunshine in her raincoat, getting very hot. She pulled back her hood. Nothing happened. She took off her raincoat. As soon as she took off her coat, out from behind the doghouse, there came the mud puddle. It ran across the grass and jumped right on Julian's head. She got completely all over muddy. Julian ran inside yelling, "Mommy, Mommy, a mud puddle jumped on me." Her mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her into a tub full of water. She washed at her ears, she washed at her eyes, she washed out her nose, she even washed out her belly button. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she sat by the back door because she was afraid to go outside. Then she had an idea. She reached up to the sink and took a bar of smelly yellow soap. She gave it a smell. Yuck. She took another bar of smelly yellow soap and gave it a smell. Yuck. She put the smelly yellow soap in her pockets. Then she ran out to the middle of the backyard and yelled, "Hey, mud puddle!" The mud puddle jumped over the fence and ran right towards her. Julian threw a bar of soap right in the mud puddle's middle. The mud puddle stopped. Julian threw another bar of smelly yellow soap right in the mud puddle's middle. The mud puddle said, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" It ran across the grass, jumped over the fence, and never came back. The end. Hey Salamander, should we just check to see if the weather's okay so that Dottie and Gus and their friends can go on a walk today? Come on, let's go see the front door. Come on, Dottie. Let's see. Can we go outside today? Is it a nice day? Oh, it looks like a nice day. It looks like we can go on a walk in a little bit. I hope you guys can go outside soon too. Bye, guys.